Hello and welcome into the Week 4 edition of the Commissioner's Corner in the League of Extraordinary Salesmen. The 49ers took care of the hapless Patriots 30-13 on Sunday, while the Jets ended up losing to the Broncos 10-9, with Bo Nix throwing for only 60 yards. 60 yards. Awful. Well, a congratulations goes out to Jeff, earning this week's high score with a 149.65 to 86.4 win over Simmons. It was quite the birthday for Jeff. He not only gets this week's high score, but he also gives Simmons the low score. He ends up getting an own video. How terrible for Simmons. He's got to go ahead and deliver the worst to first segment to Jeff, even though he just got crushed. Let's hear what he had to say.
Jeff, congrats again on the dominant performance. I almost was able to make this video for you week 1, but turns out you lost the tiebreaker. But this week, there was no doubt about it. You whooped my ass, and it could have been even worse if you played Jordan Love. So just want to let everyone in the league know Jeff is coming for us. He's 3-1. He just had a birthday, which sounded just perfect. But really, yeah, his team's really good. 3-1, just the most points in the league. Second time kind of leading us with the most points so far, just through 4 weeks. And my concern is that this is my second video already through a month of the season. So, you know, we only have one place to go, and that's up. And you know, enough about me. It's all about Jeff today. So, Jeff, worst to first. I'm the worst. You're the first. Just kind of show a little preview of what might be coming behind me. But, yeah, that's really it for me. And hats off to you. Hope you had a great birthday. Spent some time with family. You deserve the best. And you're in first, and it's all yours. And it's all up from here, man. Just keep it going. Hope it's all up from here for me, too. Enough of this bullshit. I'm done. Bye.
Thanks, Simmons, for putting that together. Now, let's take a look at some other matchups from around the league. Despite the fact that Carson Steele, my fab, was in Matthew's lineup, he was able to George Pickens apart Jacob to get the 109.6 to 95.5 victory. At one point, Courtland Sutton had more receiving yards than Bo Nix had passing, but in the end, Bow pulls the stunning upset, 103.9 to 89.5 over Jesse. Dolan was pressing some Rico charges as he organized an aerial attack with Nico Collins and CeeDee Lamb going off to give him a 122.55 to 116.6 win over Goody. Tony is a fan of Texas, but today it was all Matt with Kenneth Walker, Texas Ranger, using his hand-to-hand combat to apprehend him and get him the 141.55 to 101.55 victory. And in the game of the week, Nick got off to a nice start on Thursday with Dak getting 20 points. Then I had some hope on Sunday as Jaden Daniels put up a 40-burger on the Cardinals. But it all came crashing down on the first play on offense for Baltimore as Derrick Henry busts the longest run in Ravens history with an 87-yard touchdown to cap off a 139.35 to 105.45 win over myself.
Hey guys, another great week. Thank God Nick finally got a win over Joseph, so he doesn't want to leave the league. Tony's still in the fucking dumps. Somebody keeps starting a ton of Jets players for who God knows why and sucking it up hard. Matt finally joining the club, so at least everybody has a win. Hoping this next week Jacob can still suck it up so I can pull out another measly win because all I can seem to score is 100 points. And Jesse, whoever you're playing this week, best of luck to you because you'll keep sucking it up and they'll get a nice win. But anyway, it's time for your Sitter Sub of the Week segment. The sit of the week goes to Jacob, who put in highly touted rookie Rome Odunze, who got him a measly 1.5 points over Jordan Addison, who had 2 total touchdowns and 21.5 points on his bench. This was a massive error in judgment, as that 20-point difference gave the victory over winless and hopeless Matthew. The sub of the week goes to me. By subbing every single player on my roster that gained positive yards, Gabe Davis ended up with 0.3 points due to our half-point PPR system, but actually lost 2 yards on the catch. This clutch decision making helped me get the win over Jesse. Well, this has been unofficially brought to you by Beachhead Deli Midtown, where aloha is served daily.
Looking ahead to next week, with injuries and bye weeks, I could very well get rolled this week as I'm taking on Goody. Tony turns to Justin Fields this week at quarterback, going up against Dolan, aka Riverboat Ron, as he continues to roll the dice on Anthony Richardson. In what could be an entertaining matchup, Simmons taking on Matt. Both teams sitting at 1-3, but hope to get off to a good start in October. Matthew looks like he's investing in the Qs as 5 players have a questionable status for this week's games, taking on Jeff, who currently sits atop the league standings. Val is going to need some magic if she has any chance against Jacob, who hopes that Malik Neighbors can clear concussion protocol to be ready for Sunday. And in the game of the week, Jesse is taking on Nick. Both teams are sitting at 2-2 and will need this win here later on in the season. Jesse looks for Josh Allen to bounce back after an awful Sunday night, while Nick will continue to ride his bell cow backs in Bijan Robinson and Derrick Henry. Hopefully, this is as exciting for you as it is for me. So as we look ahead to week 5, we are officially in October. Usually the weather turns, but it is unseasonably warm at the moment. With that being said, we have the Buccaneers taking on the Falcons on Thursday Night Football. The 49ers taking on the Cardinals on Sunday need to get a win here to continue to right the ship. And the Jets taking on the Minnesota Vikings as the NFL's International Series gets kicked off. 6:30 a.m. start for those on the West Coast, and making sure to update your rosters accordingly in London. So should be very exciting. And then rounding out the week, the Saints taking on the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. So best of luck this week, and Commissioner out.